Tov. Excitement is in the air. It's Pesach, it's Mamash at our doorstep. So there is a mitzvah. Of course, everybody, we've been speaking about the prohibition of Chametz over the course of Pesach. Really, the prohibition of Chametz even begins Erev Pesach. Starting tomorrow, midday, there's already a prohibition, midoraita, of owning, of possessing, of getting benefit, eating Chametz. However, we begin the process of also the positive mitzvah of tashbitu sorim batechem. That means there is a positive commandment in the Torah to go and destroy the chametz. So it's not just a negative that we can't have, we can't eat, we can't benefit. There's a positive commandment upon all men for sure to destroy the chametz, to get rid of the chametz from our property. And that begins this evening. A person waits until Tzedek Kochavim, which is about 8:20 this evening. At 8:20, the first thing a person must do is a bedikat chametz. A person should not have time to study Torah then, or a meal. Once the Zman, the time for the B'dikat Chametz arrives, that is the first priority. Chamim did not want that it should get pushed off until later in the evening. A person might become tired, might forget about it, might slack off and do a bad job. 8:20 this evening, approximately, is when the B'dikat Chametz begins. The Barabai takes the candle or the flashlight, which we discussed, and he makes the bracha, and there is not allowed to be any talking after the bracha between then and really when he starts the b'dikah. If he talks about something unrelated to the b'dikah, he has to repeat the bracha. So there's no talking after the b'dikah until you start the b'dikah, and then on top of that, there should be no talking until you complete the b'dikat chametz. That means that the b'dikat chametz is pretty much done in silence. The only thing that's allowed to be said is something which is relevant to the search. If you want to ask a question that's relevant to the search, or get information that's relevant to B'dikat Chametz, you may say that. But otherwise, it's a hefsek. There's no talking from the B'dikah until the search is complete, and then you're going to say one time the Kol Chamira. The next day, tomorrow, when we burn the Chametz, the halacha is that the ideal way to destroy the Chametz is to burn it. So when a person goes to burn the Chametz, Sefat Chametz, there's no bracha, because tonight's bracha really counts for tomorrow. So there's no repeat, we don't repeat the bracha, but you do say the Kol Chamira when you are done. Pay attention closely to the times. Okay, the person has to burn the chametz by a certain time, midrabanan. After that, it doesn't help to burn it because it's hefker, midoraita, it's not yours anymore. So a person has to make sure that you stop eating chametz at the end of the 4th hour tomorrow, which you look it up in the calendars. I want to say it's like in the mid-10s, maybe a little bit later, but make sure you take a look at the calendar. You can't eat chametz, you still have another halachic hour to burn the chametz. Make sure that it is burnt before that point. A person has in mind, he says, especially Yiratzon after the B'dikat Chametz, requesting from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to take all of our efforts in burning the Chametz and destroying the Chametz, and also put that towards the destruction of the Yetzer Hara as well. B'ezrat Hashem, everybody should have Chag Kasher V'Sameach.